The name is Mamdani. M-A-M-D-A-N-I. You should learn how to say it.
Day one of Zohran Mamdani being elected. Sharia law starts now.
I'm sobbing into my breakfast because he just did what Kamala couldn't do.
84% of women aged 18 to 29 voted for a communist, Zohran Mamdani, as the new mayor of New York City. Now, before I show you these women celebrating Sharia law, I want to give you an idea as to who is Zohran Mamdani. Check out his bizarre mannerisms during his celebration speech.
This city belongs to you. Thank you.
Nazi salute.
Do it again. Do it again.
Nazi salute.
Zohran Mamdani making history.
Nazi salute. Twice.
Ecstatic crowd of supporters saying we have toppled a political dynasty.
3 Nazi salutes.
On a politics that
Okay.
New York, this is what you voted.
How is the media not freaking out about this? When Elon Musk said that his heart goes out to the crowd, the media freaked out and they have never forgotten about it. So Zohran Mamdani is also spending his time going to pride parades, even though he's like a devout Muslim. So try to make that make sense, please, in the comments.
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
This dude is such an absolute fraud. He's already proved himself to be a liar. Check out how he campaigned and then check out how different he is acting now that he has won. This is before.
We are going to freeze the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants.
Freeze the rent.
Use every resource at our disposal to build housing for everyone who needs it.
For everyone who needs it, just anybody, okay, sure.
We are going to eliminate the fare on every single bus line.
Free buses.
And make what are currently the slowest buses in the nation move around this city with ease.
This is what communists do. They say a bunch of stuff that sounds good, but they don't have any plan or way to get there. They're just kind of completely incompetent people. Now, listen to how his message is different now that he's won.
Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money? You can start again. This transition requires staff, research, and an infrastructure that can meet this moment. And it will be made possible by the people who built and believe in this movement.
Okay, so now he wants people to send him money, I guess, to be able to afford all of his promises. So ridiculous. This dude wasn't even born in the United States. He was born in Uganda, and he might get his citizenship stripped away from him because he obviously has ties to the Communist Party. Socialism is just a step away from communism, and there's also evidence that he has supported Hamas in the past. So hopefully something is done because this guy is just, he sucks.
How many more New Yorkers without charge? Do you believe in the First Amendment? Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan? How many more New Yorkers without charge?
Wouldn't it be nice after all of this yelling at Tom Homan that Tom Homan himself picks him up and puts him on a deportation flight? The women of New York are celebrating, but I don't think many other people are. Actually, it's very depressing.
Hey, you guys, can we get a hell yeah for Zohran Mamdani? You. Nah.
I think this is one of those moments where you say that you could have heard a pin drop, okay? And so that was an airplane. The same thing was happening on the subway.
I'm on the subway going home. And it feels like I'm at a wake. People are shocked. And this is not Cuomo supporters. This is New York cross-section.
Really unfortunate. The people of New York look as though something terrible just happened. Brian Donalds has it right when he says, Communism failed in Cuba, Venezuela, USSR, Eastern Europe. It has never worked. Why would it work in the United States? And the thing is they make all of these promises, and if they were to begin to implement this, it would only work for a very short period of time before they completely run out of money. And a lot of people point out how New York is already struggling with things like drainage systems in the streets. So how are they going to be able to afford to give everybody housing, everybody free transportation, free buses, and also government-owned grocery stores so everything's going to be cheap? Oh, it's just going to be amazing. It's just a bunch of lies. New York is already struggling with the way that women are treated. Check out all of these videos of a bunch of women saying that they just randomly get punched.
You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Out of nowhere, this man just came up and hit me in the face.
I literally just got punched by some man on the sidewalk. He goes, sorry, and then punches me.
Oh my actual God, I literally just got punched in the face by a homeless man. Like, I just got punched in the face on the subway.
How do people think that New York is going to improve with violence like this if people aren't going to be working and they're just like, oh, transportation's free, groceries, everything's free, universal healthcare, free. There's going to be more people just sitting around doing drugs.
What you've built, they're going to take what you've earned, you're going to take your home, they're going to take your possessions, and they're going to vote you out of them. And this city is going to go bankrupt.
And it's annoying to the rest of America because New York City is the most populated city in the entire country. And then they're going to be fleeing everywhere else. And then we're going to have to deal with those people and the way that they like to vote and the way that they like to destroy cities. So let's go ahead and listen to these women celebrating.
All right, y'all, the Islamic Caliphate in New York starts now. That means we are all converting to Islam. I've already got one friend converted tonight. So the lines to begin conversion will begin tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8 a.m. There will be mosques being built on every single block. But in the meantime,
what?
Start outside my door. I am happy to help you convert, happy to be there on your journey. If you'd rather do it with somebody else, totally understand. You have to be safe, you have to be comfortable. But I'm so glad to have you, my brothers, my sister.
No, thank you. We don't want your mosque. We don't want you to convert anybody. She says that the lines to begin conversion or whatever are going to begin tomorrow morning. I think that the bread lines are going to be beginning pretty soon. And New York is going to find out. They are going to really regret their vote. Just listen to how evil these voters are.
God, there is just something so electric, so satisfying about knowing that my MAGA parents, wherever they are probably having a horrible night tonight. Oh, I literally just got goosebumps thinking about it. Like they are in such a bad mood probably about the fact that Zoran just won and Prop 50 is gonna pass. Like, wow. God, I'm sorry. It just makes me feel good that my MAGA parents are probably upset right now.
How are we supposed to unite as a country and work together and be logical and not so emotional and be friendly and move forward as a nation and not let China beat us to everything? Just do good at something, stay the world power, and yet this woman can't even want what is good for her parents. In fact, she wants what is bad for them. She wants her own parents to suffer. So it wouldn't surprise me that she's totally okay with the rest of New York also suffering under communism because they make it seem like it's gonna be so nice and all the poor people or underprivileged people, everyone's gonna be taken care of. But what it really does is it just demotivates the entire society from producing anything and everybody becomes poor. Everybody becomes poor. It's not like everybody achieves a nice standard of living. If these people want to live in a communist country, then why don't they go to one? Instead of trying to change the greatest country in the world to a piece of shit.
I don't even live there.
She looks possessed. The entire eyeball looks black. This woman needs an exorcism, and probably so does this one.
Okay, if you're MAGA and you're angry that Mamdani won for New York mayor because he's not Christian, you should maybe go migrate back to a European country where Christianity is still the national religion. Like, I think, as you guys love to quote so often, if you don't like it, leave.
So there's a couple things about what she said. One, what European country, for example? France? The UK? I mean, those places, they're not looking that Christian either. And that's a big part of the issue. Look at Nigeria. It still is Christian, but look at what's happening to the Christians there. This whole thing is ridiculous because she's acting as if we're not happy that he got elected because he's not Christian. No, we're not happy that he got elected because he is a communist. And in some ways, he has ties to terrorists. So people have been playing this ridiculous song with his voice, and they think it's such like a cute TikTok trend. I'm like, guys, why are they so proud to support communism?
The name is Mamdani. M-A-M-D-A-N-I. The name is Mamdani. M-A-M-D-A-N-I. You should learn how to say it. M-A-M-D-A-N-I.
So you can see that these women think that it is cool, it's trendy, it's cute to vote for somebody like Zohran. You can see that maybe he has some appeal, the way that he puts on this big fake smile and he acts really nice and everything. You can see how maybe he attracted some people. But this guy, if you listen to his policies and the things that he wants to do, it doesn't matter if he has the nicest Colgate smile in the world. I just think that we should be more careful with who we're electing as mayors of big cities.
Oh my gosh, I am just so overwhelmed by emotion. This country is turning out and we are fighting fascism. Like, it's unbelievable. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court just secured a Democratic majority. Like, they're investigating whether Trump or Elon rigged the election in 2024 and to have the Pennsylvania Supreme Court.
Okay.
Like...
Okay. I mean, it's actually just kind of scary that the Democrat Party plays into people's emotions so much that they act like this. Even if it was a Republican acting like that, I'd be like, why are you freaking out?
Zohran Mamdani won. And also, Prop 50 got approved.
That was gross. So, liberal women voting for Zohran Mamdani, as well as men pretending to be women also voting for him. Maybe try to do that. Act like this in Palestine, see how they treat you. We also have Elon Musk's son, who also dresses like a woman, celebrating Zohran Mamdani.
The past Mamdani won. Wokeism is back, and Mother is here to give you her mind virus.
No, thank you. It's just kind of weird to look at.
I didn't even realize how much I needed this. How much we needed this. I'm not even a voting New Yorker anymore, but seeing Mamdani win, I'm sobbing into my breakfast because he just did what Kamala couldn't do, which is unite people across the spectrum of compassion.
What?
He was able to unite people on the grounds that there should be no more and there will be no more space held for anti-Semitism or Islamophobia, for people absolutely being trampled on by billionaires and the 1% who are hoarding so much of our country's wealth, so much of our people's wealth, so much of our ability to live well, to afford groceries, to afford homes. I'm really good at coping. I'm really good at taking care of myself and of letting myself experience, news of the world without getting totally toppled by it all the time, without feeling angry all the time, because I have really amazing outlets for that for myself. But I think the floodgates that just released in my heart, seeing Mamdani win, tells me that I've been holding it a lot. So thank you to Mamdani and his team, and to everyone who voted for him, to everyone who turned this tidal wave.
What the heck?
Because I think a lot of us today are experiencing a release and, feelings of hope that people will be taken care of, feelings of hope that the oligarchy will not win, that oppression will not win, that authoritarianism will not win.
Shut up.
This is a bright spot that I think a lot of us didn't even let ourselves get hopeful for.
Oh my. I mean, her entire message is that, oh, this is just such a great win for all of us poor Americans. It's so difficult for us. These wealthy people, they hoard all of the wealth. They say that if you took all of the money in the world and divided it equally amongst everybody, eventually it would end up in the same hands. And I do believe that. And it's crazy because some of the most ignorant people are these women who have spent 6+ years, 4 years at least, in college. And they think that that makes them super educated, but it's like, you could get more education by buying a ticket to a communist country and being like, oh yeah, not a good idea. But you don't need to study it in a book or study all of these theories and then try to test it out on our country. Capitalism has worked wonderfully here for almost 250 years. So why would we change anything? In fact, we should be embracing it even more.
Day one of Zohran Mamdani being elected in New York City, and look what he's brought upon us. Even God is happy because look at this. The world is healing. It's day one of Zohran.
Okay, I don't know why she's pretending as if the sun doesn't rise every single day, but suddenly she just has a completely different, new perspective on the world. I mean, it's just bizarre that they will support this really bad person. He's so fake, and yet if Donald Trump does something that is positive and good, they hate him for it. They hate him for doing something good. It's weird how backwards things are.
You live in America right now. You are going to be able to witness one of the greatest cities in American history, known as New York City, go down the drain by a socialist communist named Zohran Mamdani. Enjoy the show.
America was devastated when we saw a couple buildings fall in New York during a terrorist attack. America is also going to be pretty devastated when the entire city falls. I don't know how we got to this point. Listen to the things that this guy wants. We need to think about what this would look like in practicality, in real life, for people who live there.
Toward the Vienna model, we'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership. We can
buy it from the private market and convert it into community ownership? And how exactly do you plan to do that? Because the plan to do that in South Africa meant literally getting rid of people who owned the land. It's messed up. And this is a guy who also says that he wants to tax white neighborhoods.
And the plot thickens. This guy, Mamdani, was charging people $13 a beer at his victory party the other night.
Disgusting.
Socialist by day, capitalist by night.
I mean, it's not disgusting that he was charging for beer. That makes sense. In fact, if he believes in doing that, then why doesn't he teach other New Yorkers how to sell properly, how to get a business license so they're not selling stuff on the street, and how to build wealth? Oh, Donald Trump has done that, but instead what Zohran Mamdani does is he puts on a mask, he lies to everybody, oh, you're gonna get all these free things, but then behind the scenes, he just wants to get rich himself. And he's going to be using a different type of knowledge because he knows that it doesn't work to just sit around in life and hope that you'll be taken care of. Somebody will take care of your rent. Somebody will give you food, this and that. It doesn't work like that because then you're just going to be dependent on them. He knows that. So what he's doing is just lying to people and just trying to enrich himself in the process. Those are the only people that get rich in communist countries. It's the politicians. And where they usually end up is in jail. At best. And so I hope Zohran Mamdani either goes back to wherever the hell he came from or he goes to jail for sucking.
Sharia law starts now. Absolutely. Zohran Mamdani, Islamic Caliphate, our brother in Islam, Islamic Caliphate of New York starts today, baby.
Even the way she says Islam, the Caliphate, I don't like that they act, even if she has heritage from wherever the hell, and she is like trying to embrace that. And yet she has no idea what the hell she's even saying.
Shady being dead, it ends with Mom Donnie winning. Oh, yes. Oh. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
It's like, look at me. I voted for this really sucky person because I care about the poor and the people who don't have a house or cannot afford the bus. It's like, if you wanted and you really cared about that, then why don't you go give them food or you go pay for their bus ticket? Because the money is going to come from somewhere anyway. But these people vote for Zohran thinking that the ultra rich are going to end up paying for all of this stuff. But it just ends up being the upper middle class, themselves. And that's why they eventually leave. So this was after Zohran won. Check out what they're doing to the American flag. If there's any way that something can be done for this man to not become and not get sworn in as mayor, please let it happen. This guy is detrimental to the country. This is what Times Square looks like already. It's annoying that their freedom of religion is to push it on you and play it in the middle of the street and blast it out of the church. And with that guy, him pretending, you know, he does all of this stuff, like the LGBTQ stuff, all of the lies about things being free. He does that simply to gain votes. However, who is this guy really? What is he really after? It seems like, to me, in my heart, I feel like it's the destruction of America. I don't want somebody like that in office anywhere. I think a lot of people are kind of catching on to the fact that this guy is not going to be good. And so they're planning on leaving.
Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I did not think exactly this was gonna happen. I thought this guy was gonna win in New York City. I thought that our market was gonna pick up. But I didn't think it was going to happen like the next morning. I'm like, okay, my sellers like settle down. I don't think they're just going to come, you know, racing down and, you know, from New York City. But it's, I don't know. I don't even know what time it is, 3 or 4 o'clock. I've literally been on the phone since 7 a.m., nonstop back-to-back calls. I had showings scheduled for listings that haven't had showings in a month. And yeah, I was wrong because it literally turned on like a light bulb, literally blew off like a firecracker, and the post-socialist New York City political market is here on our shores in Palm Beach.
Great, great. So it's like, oh, this is the place where a bunch of Democrats live, and then they're like, okay, now let's disperse throughout the entire country. Wonderful. Not. No, people do not want them. I mean, 50 Cent also says that he posted on Instagram, escape from New York, hit the road, all roads lead to Shiverport. I don't know where that is. But here we have a woman that pretty much feels the same way I do, and maybe you do too, saying that they're not welcome in the South.
This is a PSA announcement. We, the people of the South, are no longer accepting any more woke people. You cause chaos and confusion and try to dismantle the republic. Stay up there. Don't you bring your socialist woke behind down here. I know we're known as the dirty South, but we do check IDs when voting. That part. You see, round these parts, we get along and we have common to the freaking sense. And definitely I want to mention that Jesus Christ is Lord around these parts. And we like to get some sleep at night because our Lord and Savior neither sleeps nor slumbers. We like to lie down in peace and in his sweet rest, for he alone make us dwell in safety.
I mean, what an awesome lady. I'd love to have her as my neighbor. However, those other women that we saw earlier in this video that are like, oh, I'm so happy that my mom is suffering, I don't think she would be the kindest neighbor. I don't think she would bring me baked cookies. And I think about, even when I was younger, I remember seeing Denver, Colorado, just being completely different. People would hold the doors for each other. I guess doors are kind of automatic now, but people, if you put on your turn signal, somebody was letting you over instantly. It was just a completely different emotion, and the community was nicer. Everybody smiled. I remember, felt like I talked to people more. But now it just has become such a blue concentrated area, and it's frustrating because this is home. And so people don't want to be ran out of their homes. This really does affect the entire country. I don't want this guy as mayor of New York City.
My administration would be Donald Trump's worst nightmare. And you don't need to...
Your administration is the country's worst nightmare. You suck. Nobody wants you. And probably the most uplifting thing about all of this as of right now is that during his rally or whatever, somebody hacked into the screen and put up on this massive screen, "Trump is your president." It just annoys me to see all of these people in this massive, nice venue with a DJ and all this nice sound system brought to you by capitalism. Capitalism, okay? Check out the beauty of capitalism. This is Air Force One flying over a massive football stadium. It's beautiful. Look at the lights. It's amazing.
Moments ago, Air Force One, high above Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland, as the Lions have taken a 7-0 lead over the...
I mean, America is beautiful. There's so much possibility for anybody and everybody who lives here. There's no reason to complain. There's no reason to be mad at the rich or the ultra wealthy. And I think that one of the reasons why some people don't like Donald Trump is because of how wealthy he is, even though it is a wealth that he built. I mean, it's too bad they're not even listening to what he says. Okay, I want you guys to notice how the fans, some people were cheering, but some of them are booing Donald Trump, yet the teams that they're cheering for are doing the Trump dance. You guys are so angry. It must be so difficult being in this massive stadium. I mean, these people are cool. Their teams like Donald Trump, the players, so what are those people even complaining about, right? How can you not love this man, honestly? Especially if he does something about that Zoran guy. I mean, what a cool opportunity. In America, you can go to a football game and meet the President of the United States and be gifted a special coin. This is gonna change his entire life. But that's the country that we live in, and we need to protect it and fight for it every single day. Would you guys please make sure that you are subscribed? I'll see you next time. Bye.